Mm. She. The Palooza of Wrestling. ESPN inaugural show. Brock Lesnar, John Cena, Cody Drew, AJ Lee, CM Punk, Becky, Seth, Stephanie, EO, Bronze and Usos. Yes, welcome guys, and your boy Hugo the Savage. Again, another preview show, wrestling. Hey man, listen, let's chop it up, bro. This is about as enthusiastic I can get for this pay-per-view. But listen, man, we'll give it a chance, man, because I have to be honest, leading up to Wrestlepalooza so far, I keep having the ear of WWE main event. I keep thinking it's like WWE main event, but it's not. It's an actual pay-per-view. It's the PLE. I keep thinking it's just like an NBC show, which I mean, guess technically it doesn't matter. It's still wrestling, but yeah, bit strange. I think it's because it's, I don't know, Wrestlepalooza and it's Cena and Lesnar on the. I don't know. It's a bit of a weird feeling, but obviously that could just be me. I'm not here to complain about it. My complaining days are slowly. You know what I mean? It's a big weekend for wrestling. Big weekend for WWE. Obviously, we know about the ESPN deal that went through with the WWE, and for the people outside of where I am in the UK, and I think some parts of Europe, I actually feel bad for you because there's all these people rushing around. I don't know why everyone's rushing around because you're not missing anything. Trust me, WWE will throw it on YouTube within about 6 minutes of the PLE finishing. But people are rushing around trying to find out how they watch it, where they watch it. They know it's on ESPN, but some people have an ESPN app, some people have ESPN Plus, some people still have the last month of Peacock, so people don't know where to watch it. I'm always baffled, and I get why, but I'm always baffled that a global company like WWE, when they sign these deals over, and I know it's money, so I understand. I don't know if you guys had the same feeling that when the Netflix deal got signed, that $5 billion 10-year Netflix deal, 500 million a year, when that got signed, when The Rock put that through, and board of directors and TKO and everything seemed to be moving in the right direction, was it just me, or did you guys also think that everything's just going to be on Netflix from now on? I can't believe I was so gullible, but I guess it's because I'm in the UK and it doesn't affect me in that certain way, so I only go by what's advertised to me. But I just assumed that from that 6th of January, everything would be on Netflix. That's what I thought. They've still got some things to do. They've still got some things to fix. I'm still not happy with the fact that I lost the WWE Network. I thought that was a great platform. It had some kinks, you know what I mean? It used to crash a lot. But overall, it's one of the greatest apps to ever come out. And now the wrestling I can watch is limited. I can search for matches, but searching for stuff off the top of your head instead of going onto the network and being able to pick through the years and pick out certain pay-per-views that you might forgot about, but your memory's jogged by seeing the logo. It's a far cry away, man. I can't believe that Vince went through all that to make the network, and now we're here. The network had everything. The only problem I had with the network, and I say problem, not a problem, but what I thought could have been better is, and I understand it's for money, is the fact that Raw and SmackDown and NXT wasn't on the network until, like, I think if I'm correct, was it a couple of days or a week? Yeah, it's about a couple of days because obviously the next week will come. So, say for example, Monday Night Raw comes on Monday night, you wouldn't get it on WWE Network straight away. And if you could play that live on there, oh my god, the app would have been perfect. But for me, the app on its own was at least a 9 out of 10 just because. I think Morris just put in the chat as well. Table for free, Legends House, all of the documentaries, all of the pay-per-views from the past, all of the Raw and SmackDowns from the past. WCW was on there, Nitro was on there, like Heat was on there, Velocity was on. They had absolutely everything. Like there was nothing missing from there. Even for people who they got rid of, like they cut some things out and they rejigged a few things, but it's not stuff that I was bothered about. I'm not really going back to see like these moments there's nothing wrong with clearing up your act a little bit. Times change, some things had to be removed, but for most of the time, like all the bra and panties matches and all that was still on there, and all the couple racist stuff were on there and that. But it was what it was, and I feel like when you have a museum of history, which what the WWE Network was, I don't think it's right that things need to be removed and changed. I just think a little disclaimer: this was of this time and this is now. I move it. I mean, even Disney's done that. You go on Disney Plus now and try and watch any of the old Disney animations. They'll give a disclaimer before it starts, like, "Yo, this might cause offense." This because it's true, innit? Different times, man. But I enjoyed having it. I enjoyed just being able to pick up my remote, click on it, and then just watch something random. Because and don't get me wrong, a lot of the times I'd watch like half of a pay-per-view, but who cares? I just wanted to turn it on. Oh, I forgot about this. Or you go into a random year, and then you're like, oh shit, I remember. Or before you know it, you've watched. Funny enough, I do the same thing on the iPlayer with EastEnders. The only problem I've got with EastEnders is they've put it in sections in it, like 2008 to 2017 and stuff. Whereas just give us all of them and let me pick between. But I've been watching the Lucy Beale stuff back on EastEnders, back like it just happened in order. So I know we went off topic a little bit there, but it's my channel. Do go off topic if I like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I think that they need to sort that out, man. And if they want to make money, I'm not against them making money. I'm against them fleecing the fans and not giving us what we want. And I'm not saying every little thing because fans are fickle, but do market research on it. They're online. Like you ask the fans questions, we'll tell you, but we want the network back. And if you can't give us the network, then give Netflix more stuff because Netflix don't need to pay for. They've already paid $5 billion. Just give them everything. Just give them everything. Then Netflix can have their own section on there just for WWE stuff. It's not a problem. I don't think it's a problem. Or make a new network. Who cares, bro? Throw it all together. We want that. We want that as fans. We want that back, man. And I think you can make more money off it because let's be honest, if the network came back out now and was $9.99 again, I'm still gonna pay for it because I had Netflix anyway. I already had like Netflix. Nothing's changed in my life since WWE going to Netflix. I already had Netflix. I was already gonna keep Netflix. It is what it is. So we are paying for a product that's not even better than the old TNA. Yeah, it's true. I mean, I guess their argument would be, which is always going to be a valid argument. Not that I subscribe to it, but if you don't like it, don't watch it. If you don't like it, don't pay, and that's true. That is true. It's a harsh reality. But I'll tell you, lot the homies, your family, and that. I ain't gonna say what I'm gonna say, man. Trust me, all I'm saying is my pockets are not being, by WWE. I have ways of watching everything, bro. I would never. I have ways of watching absolutely everything, bro. But we are here to talk about the Palooza of wrestling, and good luck to the American, bro. The ESPN deal. I'm hearing that if you got the app and that, you still got to pay $30, and I think if I'm correct, Tony Khan reduced the AEW one by $10 because they moved the time because of WWE. So now on the weekend, for the first year, in ages, it's pretty much pay-per-view. $30 for WWE and $40 for AEW. I think it's on Amazon. You can pay for it. AEW, I would have liked to do a pre-run AEW, but I mean, it's not going to be like that. I've been thinking a lot about the AEW stuff and that, and if I still want to talk, and I'm gonna start doing more AEW stuff, and because at the end of the day, there's people who watch the channel for loads of different reasons. I'm always thinking of the initial core audience, what do they watch and that, but sometimes I'm like, nah, have a bit of an opportunity here. Some people come in this chat sometimes start talking shit about AEW, don't even watch it. Let me have an opportunity to talk about what's good over there, what's bad, and then make up your information by that, and you can go watch it and check it out. But AEW All Out is at 3 p.m. UK time, so 3 p.m. their time. Actually, let's check that. Actually, it's Toronto, innit? So it's 3 p.m. and then obviously WWE is going to be in the evening. If you're in the UK, it's at a special time of 11. Well, say it's a special time. It's 11:30 p.m. The product starts. There's only 5 matches on the card currently, and I think they're going to keep it like that. So, it's one of those ones. But yeah, that's what it is. Eastern Standard Time. It's free, but it is right. It is 3 p.m. there, because Toronto time copy New York and it's Eastern Standard Time. But I'll be watching as much as I can. I mean, it's a bit of a rough one. I'm gonna have a few screens on, and I'll be able to pick and choose, because if I'm correct, is it Chelsea Manu or Arsenal Manu? Bro, I don't know. One of them big games are on that. Chelsea Manu's playing. I know that much, bro. And obviously Saturday there's super whatever games and stuff like that. So, but Gary said Tony Khan needs a Booker Savage. I'm gonna ask you this, Gary. Obviously I'm asking the question generally. Do you watch AEW at all? Just let me know if you actually watch AEW, or if you're just watching clips of AEW. But yeah, on the Saturday's Man U Chelsea. That's what it is. Sunday is the Super Sunday, Arsenal Man City. So once I've watched that, okay, you do watch AEW all the way. Okay, I mean, I don't know. I don't see AEW the same way I see WWE. So I have to disagree with you a little bit there. I think I used to have a different opinion on AEW, but I don't think I can. AEW doesn't have the history to fall back on. So for me to say, which I was wrong before, it's just that I didn't like it. For me to say that Tony Khan needs a booker and he needs this and he needs that, when you think of what Tony Khan is compared to Vince, WWE set a foundation based in the history of wrestling when it was WWF, then WWF, then WWE. What he took over from his dad, and it was in the territories at the time. People don't know what the territories are. Obviously, you have different territories, you know what I mean? Tennessee and blah, blah, blah. And each one of them had wrestling promotion, and they all had their own champions and stuff, but you could win about in this promotion and take it to this one. And that's the reason why the whole thing with Cody and his dad, about his dad won the title, but he got taken off him the same day. Well, he got taken off him because that was the belt from this territory. We need it. So, but I will say that this is how you have to look at AEW. If you in the chat, any of yous, Gary Morris, any of yous, had your father was a billionaire and he owned a football club, and then I don't even want to say you inherited the money, because Tony Khan still works his ass off, and you become a billionaire, and then all of a sudden you've got enough money to play with where I can just, whatever I've ever wanted to do, I'm going to put it together based on what I like and people like me like. Then I put it together. Now I've got the money to do what I want. Now I'm not saying I would be as frivolous as Tony Khan, because I still would be thinking a little bit different. But how am I supposed to blame him for making something out of his own money that he just wants to do? This is not a public. It's not a public company like WWE where the shareholders and all that stuff. The EVPs for the company were all indie wrestlers. It's very similar to what Paul Heyman was doing at ECW, when everyone was like, at the time, that place is too crazy. How are you going to tell a man who's put a company together himself that he can't do certain things? So I think that you're wrong, bro, and I was wrong too. I can't keep telling man what he needs when the company weren't put together for that. Everyone who watches AEW in terms of like their hardcore fan base, they actually like AEW. There's some stuff that are off, but that's always going to be whatever. You can see the parts where Tony Khan likes certain things, because there's too many like tag team smosh matches. There's 4-on-4s every 2 minutes, and yeah, I mean, I don't think he does that well with the women's division and stuff like that. But I'm kind of with AEW on like whatever. So that's why I watch it, and I watch it frivolously, and then I like the live shows, because that's what AEW is. AEW is what WWE shouldn't be going to, which is it's all comes from indie and strong style Japan mixed together for that audience. It isn't for, so when they've lost a lot of their audience. And I mean, I think when CM Punk returned, it was like 1 point something million. They ain't gone back to that, and now they're on like 500,000. But that 500,000 are hardcore, the ones who run up in chats and one WWE, them kind of guys. So I don't know, man. They're all gonna do stuff we don't like. I don't, when they're doing these matches and people are bleeding from their tongue and stapling each other to the face and drinking blood and that and hanging people. It's a bit much, but I'm kind of not even on that anymore. I'm just like, I'll watch what I enjoy, and what I won't, I just won't watch it. They've got some stuff great over there. They've got some stuff average, but yeah, who am I to tell, man, that WWE is different, because whoever's there now, the foundation's already been set, and that's what they've given us the whole time. And they keep telling us that wrestling's not changed. Triple H said last week, we do this better than everybody else. We tell stories better than everybody else. The reason why you tell stories better than everybody else because there's no more companies. But and he's saying, then he said, not just in wrestling, in the world. That's a lie. That's a lie. You don't tell stories better than any sitcoms, any TV programs, any movies. You don't tell stories better. You're probably better than somebody somewhere, but you don't tell stories better. It's actually, we know. But I get it. I'm actually kind of calming down on the Paul Levesque thing as well. Because I'm just at this point, I'm just like, yo, he's actually not being a prick, bro. He's actually not trying to ruin wrestling. He just thinks he's doing something good. And I disagree. Seriously, because I don't know about you lot. I'm not one of these. I'd never come on here and call him a prick and he's a dickhead and all that. Some people are treating him like they've got a personal problem with him. I don't have a personal problem with Triple H. Paul Levesque, he was one of my favorite wrestlers. He was one of my favorite people. And then when he got to NXT, I loved what he was doing. And since he's been on the main roster, the beginning when he was him and Vince still there, I was like, oh, the pay-per-views are good. This is Triple H. And then all of a sudden, I mean, and I don't know if it's got something to do with that TKO takeover, but I don't hate him at all. But I disagree with him when he says that the stories, because I've debunked every time on these shows where they just copy and paste. I've debunked it. Like, you can't argue with me. No one can sit down and have a debate with me and tell me that Raw and SmackDown is an unrinse and repeat. I will debate anyone. In fact, you give me your favorite YouTuber, content creator who's positive about what's going on Raw and SmackDown. I'll destroy them, bro. I'll destroy them in an instant. They're gonna be able to pull out one-off things, what happens every 5 months. Because even the pay-per-views are bad now, where they used to be good and the show used to be bad. So AEW settled down with the mess that was before. It's more tolerable now. Yeah, I mean, they do tell stories, bro. Like, they have actual matches in there as well, which don't have anything. But again, it comes from New Japan, bro. Like, that's where that comes from. But they do have stories in there. They do, bro. It's what it is, bro. They've got. You look at the heels and stuff like that. They've got MJF. MJF's a better heel than anyone on this roster. Here's my guy when he went to Raw and became a heel world champion. Yeah, man. Paul's the guy still when it comes to wrestling, but when it comes to the creative and that is his moniker in the WWE, he's not very good. Hopefully, sort out. Yeah, I won't do that, brother. And I'm trying to. Obviously, sometimes we get emotional, start talking about stuff and that. But honestly, I was looking at like thumbnails the other day. I was about to do a video, and it suggested a few, and I was like, everyone had Paul Levesque in their thumbnail and stuff like that. But it's not the problem that they've done that, because I've done that. But I realized that people have clocked onto something. These content creators have clocked on something now where they've got Paul Levesque in every single thumbnail, and all of it is just rage bait, bro. It's just like, if you go looking for my thumbnail, you see me say anything bad about Raw and SmackDown, I talk about what's going on that Raw and SmackDown, and I bring points up. I'm just hearing them it's where the views are in it. So whatever, I guess it's what it is. I ain't gonna complain about it, but yeah, I just don't think they're as angry as they're acting. But I ain't losing sleep over WWE. It is what it is, man. But speaking of Paul shows and that, this could be a good one. It could be a bad one. Again, All Out and Wrestlepalooza go not head to head so much anymore. They're on the same day. They would have been head to head, but Tony Khan moved it earlier. I would love to see what Tony Khan's going to do in the future with WrestleMania 2027, because if I'm Tony Khan, I'm putting on a wrestling event on the same weekend as WrestleMania, because they're in Saudi Arabia, and all of those indie shows and all them shows and all them WrestleCons and stuff, they're going to need somewhere, and they're going to need somewhere to go. And I would do that, man. So I think All Out may win the night over. I think it's impossible for All Out to win, because, okay, let me ask you this, Morris, because we know we could be talking different things here. It's kind of like football, isn't it, when you're like, who's the bigger club, and it's like not the better club. So when you say they will win the night over, are you speaking from personal, as in you're going to enjoy their matches more than the WWE matches, or are you saying that viewership and all that, it's going to go to AEW? Because if it's that, it's impossible. They can't beat WWE. It's actually impossible. The closest they can get to beating WWE, they can beat NXT, but they can't beat WWE. And obviously, They've got Edge and Christian going on. Now because they're not doing it face to like show to show anymore, head to head. Me as who watches both, I can watch Edge and Christian versus FTR, have the rest of the day, and then go and watch John Cena versus Brock Lesnar. So, you're just thinking about yourself compared. Yeah, well, if you're thinking about yourself, because you watch both, you know that this card on Wrestlepalooza looks great. It looks good. But when you watch Raw and SmackDown, you know that these have been built terribly. Whereas on the AEW card, which I had up just by the way, it looks good. It looks really good, and I know the stories behind it and everything. So, did I save it just? I think I did. So yeah, it's one of those. They have 13 matches on their card compared to WWE's 5. They have 10. Whoa, bro, it's dark still. WWE's got 5 matches on their card. AEW's got 8 more. There's a few schmoz matches in there because there always is, but they have the AEW Women's World Championship 4-way. I think that's with Toni Storm and Jamie Hayter and Statlander, and then the Spider Woman. They got Hangman Page and I think Fletcher. Yep, they got Mercedes. They got Mercedes, but they got bare matches. They got they got a coffin match. They've got they got a big card on still. They got MJF versus one of the Briscoes. It's dark still. It's actually dark. Their card's actually better. Yeah, the card's actually better. But yeah, either way, yeah, fatal 4-way match. So I'm looking to, but I'm not mad because I get to do my reactions to the AEW now. So very interesting, very interesting. But yeah, as just a fan, yeah, I can say, oh yeah, AEW done this, it was better. But if you're a casual or if you're trying to look at all the views and all that stuff, I'm telling you, bro, like you can't beat WWE. It'll be a 7-hour show. Yeah, I mean the last time, when I did, what was we doing? Was it SummerSlam? It wasn't SummerSlam, was it? What was it? Saturday Night Main Event, and it was on the same day. And I thought that the AEW show was going to finish and I could watch it. But we went into each other, so I was watching them. But there's like the slightest bit of time left, but I like it. Anyway, let's get to this show then. And we'll go through this one by one, and you can give me your views on each show. Don't give me your predictions for a match I'm not talking about because I will not be reacting to that, bro. Okay, let's go order of importance, I guess. We'll start with the least important. Okay, I can't do that actually because there's 2 sets of titles. Anyway, let's go with the Bron versus the Usos. This is a match that I'm happy that the Usos are together. There's a bit of tension there because Jay's got a problem with LA Knight now and he's been on I wouldn't say a heel, but he's a bit more aggressive in his nature now. Him and LA Knight been taking each other out. There was a rinse and repeat of Raw, by the way. If you didn't clock that what you just saw on Raw with LA Knight take out Jay is exactly what Jay did to LA Knight the week before. Exactly what he did the week before. So, yeah, bit of a dark one. This is very interesting just because, and I don't mean interesting in a good way, we've seen in one way or another these people be involved with each other every single week for a while now. Now, I don't want to say Jimmy because Jimmy wasn't on Raw the whole time, but LA Knight, Jey Uso, the Bron, leading up to what we had at Clash in Paris, they were all on TV together. Let me see if I can get it up actually. So it's a bit for me like the fact that on Monday Night Raw they had Jimmy and LA Knight taking on the Brons. It doesn't help because it doesn't feel special, this match at all. And it's not special simply because there's no risk of reward in this match. There's no title on the line. Like, this match should be a number 1 contendership match for Finn's title, for Finn and JD. Because I don't see why not, to be honest. Let me go here. Jay. No, let's go Bronson. Let's go Bronson's matches. All right, so this is taking away live shows, isn't it? So on Raw they had Bron Breakker, Bronson Reed, Jimmy, and LA. The week before you had Bronson Reed versus LA Knight. The week before that, you had Bronson Reed and Breaker versus Jay and LA Knight. So already in 3 weeks, hear what I'm saying? Let me just start calling the Bron. The Brons took on Jimmy and LA Knight. The week before, Bronson took on LA Knight. The week before that, the Brons took on Jay and LA Knight. The week before that was Bronson Reed versus Roman and Clash in Paris. Let's get rid of that. The week before that was the Brons versus that's a live show. Let's get out the live show. The week before that was CM Punk and LA Knight taking on the Brons. This is dark still. Let's get rid of SummerSlam. The week before that was Jey Uso versus Bronson Reed. The week before that is that a live show? Let's not. That was Super Show Mexico. Let's get to another Raw. The week before that was Jey Uso versus Bronson again. So do hear me out. 2 Monday Night Raws in a row was Bronson Reed versus Jey Uso, and both of them ended in a DQ. Both of them. The week before that was the Bronze versus Penta and Sami. That's the last one that they hadn't been together. The week before that was on SmackDown, LA Knight and Bronson Reed. And then the week before that was King of Ring. So I've gone all the way back up to June now. Do you hear what? Like, I don't make these things up, bro. Like, they've been some iteration of the Bronze versus LA Knight, Jay, Jimmy, or Roman has been every single week since June, bro. It's diabolical, bro. So now when you get to a pay-per-view and you give us the same match again, and all you've changed out was Jimmy for LA Knight or Jimmy for Roman, it's the same match, bro. It's the same match, bro. I don't have any interest in who wins this match. Put something on the line, put a number 1 contendership on the line, or you're gonna have to do something with Jay in this match, or LA Knight's gonna have to get involved in some way. But like, nobody cares, bro. This isn't the way to do it. But for me, the importance of this match, the Brons have to win. They have, because Seth's got a title, and they've taken a backseat over the last couple of weeks because Seth's been with his wife. I actually said to you guys weeks ago, that's how the vision should eventually break up. Becky should start getting herself into the locker room where it's like a no woman's locker room because it's just all the man them. And then she starts bossing them around. She starts taking away Paul Heyman's job. You know what I mean? Bronson loses his place on the private jet because Becky needs to sit on there, and Bron goes to get his protein shake out the fridge and Becky's drank it. You build that up until one of them, maybe Bronson, no, but let's go Bron Breakker, wins the Money in the Bank. Now all of a sudden you've got, I'm definitely going to cash in on Cody. I'm definitely going to cash in on Cody. I'm not cashing in on Cody. I'm cashing on Seth because you mugged me off. And by the time you get to that, Bron Breakker will be it'll be a babyface, bro. Because his turn doesn't have to be a heel turn. Seth's the heel. Becky's a heel. People already bark for Bron Breakker. Bronson can have his back, but in a way where it's like, you know what? I'm not going to attack you for attacking Seth, but I'm also not going to attack. I'm not going to be on Seth's side. I'm just going to leave you to it. So that's what I'm going with on that one. Yeah, Batista, yeah. So makes more sense to me. But for this match, they can't lose, bro, because if they lose, we know that Bronson Reed is going to take the pin, and they can't keep having Bronson Reed lose matches, bro. So I think they beat the Usos, which I don't like because obviously I never want the Usos to lose, but they beat the Usos. Jay's going to blame, I don't know, maybe LA Knight comes out, they attack LA Knight, Jimmy tries to help him, he gets distracted, Jay gets pinned, Jay gets mad with Jimmy for helping LA Knight in the brawl, and that's why we lost the match. And that makes tension there between them, and we can move on from there. Then the Brons can stay away from Jay and Jimmy and go and beat Finn Balor and JD. They have to, because they don't look important without titles. Normally, I say people don't need titles. They do need them. They do need them. They need to elevate them, and they need to go through that way. Simple as. I got them winning. Well, the other match on the card, hasn't got a title on the line, which AJ Lee, CM Punk. Basically, it's a marriage match, isn't it? The marriage match, bro. The two couples, bro. Two husbands who hate each other until you watch the Netflix documentary and they're talking. But two husbands who hate each other. Since CM Punk has returned to the WWE, the one good thing that WWE kind of had in their back pocket was you've got CM Punk and Seth, bro. They hate each other. I really believe they booked it so wrong because I think, if I'm correct, their first match was at the Netflix debut, and the Netflix debut you had Roman versus Solo, and then you had Seth versus CM Punk, and that was the main event. And the whole thing back then was you went away to AEW and you tried to destroy this company while I've been holding stuff down. Now with the roles have reversed almost, and Seth's the bigger heel, whereas before Seth seemed to have a point in what he was saying. Now they've involved the wives. The wives are kind of involved because Becky helped out her husband. She put her hands on CM Punk, and then CM Punk needed somebody to help him. He chose to bring his wife back. If I go off pure WWE logic, not my logic, what it should be, the pure WWE logic, CM Punk and AJ Lee win this match, because how do you bring AJ Lee back and make her lose her first match? Now, you could obviously book this and have Seth and Becky cheat, and then nobody cares that they won because whatever, which would be the best way to do it if you want to continue it, because then CM Punk and AJ can go, this happened, this happened, this happened, blah, 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 blah. As I said to you before, they should have put the titles on the line, or number one contendership title on the line, where it's, if me and AJ win this match, we get singles matches against you and Seth at the next pay-per-view. We can do it at Survivor Series if you want to do it at Survivor Series, or you can do it in Saudi Arabia, but I'd leave it to Survivor Series just so we don't have to have them in the War Games, because god damn it, we don't need them in War Games. So, or you go whoever pins whoever. So if AJ pins Becky, AJ Lee gets an Intercontinental title shot. If CM Punk pins Seth, CM Punk gets a title shot, and then we move on from there. So I would have that happen, but since we've only got one go-home show left, which is tonight on SmackDown. And even though technically they're not on SmackDown, I don't know if they're supposed to be on there or not today. I'm guessing John Cena's going to be on or something. I don't know if we're going to have time to do it. Maybe Adam Pearce does it in the show. Maybe, you know what I mean, while the show's going on Wrestlepalooza, maybe they do it. But if not, we're probably going to get a couple versions of this match. We're going to have this one, what doesn't mean anything too much. Another one because Seth and Becky cheated, and then a final one with a title on the line. So, WWE logic, CM Punk and AJ Lee win this match. Proper wrestling logic would be Seth and Becky win by cheating, and then they get their rematch because they proved that they've cheated. So, yeah. Punk is definitely getting back in this match. Becky or Seth has to do something diabolical first, though. Yeah. I mean, how long are they going to drag out CM Punk's quest for the title? Now, there's not a lot of pay-per-views left of the year, so I hear that you've got, if you take away Saturday Night Main Event, which is going to be based around John Cena, so you don't want to overshadow it, you pretty much got Survivor, you got Wrestlepalooza, Survivor Series, and you got Crown Jewel in Perth. And then you go on to January, you got or February, Royal Rumble. And you got Elimination Chamber. So something has to happen by that point. And as I said, for me, I'm thinking that AJ and CM Punk both win the Royal Rumble this year or next year. So if they're both going to win the Royal Rumble, then they're not going to have these titles before then. So, yeah, we'll see. It'd be interesting, though. It's a very weird pay-per-view to watch because this is the one pay-per-view that I don't actually care about anyone on the card who wins, bro. I don't think... In fact, that's a lie. I do care, but because I know what WWE is going to do, I don't care, if that makes sense. So, for example, if you had it my way, spoiler alert, up until now, I wouldn't have wanted Brock to win. I wouldn't have wanted Cody to win. I wouldn't have wanted EO to win. I wouldn't have wanted the Bronze to win. You know what I'm saying? Because I just, they've not booked it properly. But no Deontay, no news. To be honest, I'm over CM Punk winning the title back for good at this point now, because still for all Roman Reigns, Seth. Yeah. I mean, I'm not over CM Punk winning the title, because at this point, if he doesn't win it, they've mugged him off, bro. Like big time. He can't be just old CM Punk where he doesn't need a title, bro. This geezer just walking around having beef for no reason. And they've done what they did with Cody, where they've put him through all types of ringers. He's come out the other side and won. He's beat certain people already. He beat Seth. He beat Drew McIntyre already. So I said, like, for WrestleMania, it would be, for me, CM Punk versus Cody and Roman Reigns versus Seth. I think that's what if you want to do 2 main events, that's what you do. Which means that CM Punk would have to win the Royal Rumble and pick Cody to fight. So, yeah, I don't know. Let's go. Let's go Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre. This is very easy for me. Cody wins. I can leave it there. You lot can let me know. Cody wins, bro. Like, Drew McIntyre should be treated better, and he's been putting in some of his best work without Cody on the roster, because he claymore Cody for a table, even though we keep seeing Cody making movies and he's on this show. And speaking of that, by the way, did you not see Roman Reigns' Instagram post earlier with the Kuma eyes? Oh my god, I'm excited, bro. But anyway, back that. Forget Street Fighter for a second. Hadouken! You know what I mean? Yoga fire. Yeah, anyway. You lose, continue. You know what I mean? Let's get ready. I know you're going to. Oh, yeah, perfect. You know what I mean? Cody wins. Cody wins. It's very simple. Cody wins. And I'm going to show you something here, because I'm going to show you this diabolical business here. Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes. Who the fuck is Cody McCollum? Oh, you are, bro. See. And his name is John Cena. Man said John Cena Senior, you know. That's crazy. You're not fooling anyone, John Cena. Yeah, man. Let's go here. Bear with me, guys. I just want to show you something, because I'm not doing this anymore without facts, you know, like that. So I need to. All right. This is Cody Rhodes. Oh, what do we have? King of the Ring. When did he lose the title? SummerSlam, innit? Is that when Cody Rhodes won the title of John Cena? Well, there you have it. Cody Rhodes, since winning the title, has had 1 match. So since SummerSlam, he's had 1 match, which was with John Cena on his side against Drew and Logan. John Cena's appeared more than Cody since Cody won the title. Obviously, appeared, he got his head claymored off, and then we've been around. I'm not mad at him, you know what I mean? He's gone and done the movies, had a baby. But WWE obviously knew that Brandy was going to have a baby, and they obviously knew that Cody was making a movie. So why did you take the title off John Cena? Because thinking of it now, you could have had the exact same match that John Cena and Cody had. The exact same match. John Cena could have won. John Cena could have won. Cody could have shook his hand still, left him. Brock Lesnar still could have come out and F5'd him, which would have made more sense, because Brock Lesnar always wants to fight for a title. Then he doesn't have to have anything personal with John Cena. Then Brock Lesnar really doesn't have to talk on the mic, because I just want the title. Then they could have had this match at Wrestlepalooza, and then it would have been more believable if John Cena won because he's beat Cody. But no. You took the title off him and he's had 1 match. And now Drew's going to look like a chump, because Drew's about to lose to somebody who ain't even been in physical form to fight, bro, because his head got clashed in. Drew's gonna win. He's gonna lose this match, innit? Shambles. It's a shambles, bro. It's all right. No Cody. And all you had was Michael talking about, oh, he went to a medical facility, but we've had no update. He had no update on Cody Rhodes' injuries, but he had an update on that him and his missus had a baby. Make it make sense, bro. I know that one of them's like real life stuff, someone's had a baby, but don't book it as like WWE. Don't book it as real life anymore. Then just do no kayfabe or 100% kayfabe, and that's fine, bro. Yeah, Morris, exactly, because we know that how can Brock Lesnar, the video package doesn't explain John Cena and Brock Lesnar simply because if that's the case, then why didn't Brock Lesnar come back earlier? And why didn't he come back when John had a title still? It doesn't make any sense. Why didn't he come back when The Rock was? It doesn't make any sense, bro. It doesn't make any sense, but whatever, man. Like, it is what it is. I got Cody Rhodes winning. Usually I got Cody Rhodes winning. None of us care about who's going to win. I'll tell you what we're going to get from Wrestlepalooza. This is what's going to happen. All the matches are going to be really good, but that's it. That's it. If I want a good match, just watch New Japan, bro. Anyway, moving on from there, we have Io versus Stephanie Vakia. This is for the vacant, the interim women's WWE title that Naomi didn't lose. She relinquished due to her pregnancy, which is fine. She was on the best run of her life. Unfortunate, but fortunate because babies are more important than flipping the WWE title. So, Stephanie won her match to qualify for, you know what I mean? She was supposed to fight Naomi in Paris. Didn't have to happen. So, obviously, somebody had to earn a title shot to fight Stephanie. And, yeah, this is what happened. Now, I don't know if disqualification. I'm guessing the disqualifications are involved in this. I would have had. Well, actually, I wouldn't. Let me tell you something. Innit? I don't want. I don't want. But none of these women to be champion. None of them. I love Stephanie Vakia though, but I don't want them to be champion because, and I don't want to come across heartless. And I said this before, and then I watched her speak on Chris Van Fleet, and it made me feel even worse because she's tried so hard to speak English. It's not her fault. It's WWE booking. Their English ain't that good. So when they're cutting promos once they've got the title, nobody wants to hear them promos. This match worries me a little bit because I feel like it's going to end in a disqualification and then it's going to lead to some other fatal four-way in Australia, bro, which is what I don't want. But Asuka keeps making a point and Io keeps telling her, I don't need you to interfere in my match. I don't need your help in this particular match. So Asuka and Kairi Sane are coming down to the ring. They're going to try and help Io, and it's going to backfire on them. Stephanie's going to win this match. Io and Asuka will have a match in Australia. And in Australia, Stephanie will fight Rhea Ripley. That's what I'm thinking, bro. That's what I'm thinking is going to happen. Because if you not think that Rhea Ripley's not fighting in Australia, you got another thing coming, bro. So I think that's what happens. Rhea versus Stephanie in Perth. Io versus Asuka in Perth. Yeah. Or it's going to end up in a fatal four-way, which I don't want. So Stephanie's going to win. She has to win. If it's anything to do with Triple H, though, Io will probably win the match, bro. But we got to use that in the chat. I think Morris has gone with Stephanie as well. Gary's gone with Io. We can't have Io be champion again. I mean, I don't know if you're forgetting, Gary. She was champion after WrestleMania. WrestleMania wasn't that long ago. She was champion then, so I don't think she needs to win the title back that quick. Now, obviously, they didn't know that Naomi was going to be pregnant in it, but I don't understand why Adam Pearce. It's not Adam Pearce's real fault, but why didn't they book someone else in? Well, because he's like, I've got an idea. I've got somebody who can fight you. I'm like, brother, just pick somebody else, bro. I would have rather Chelsea Green gone for the title than anyone. You know what I mean? A bit weird to me. SummerSlam. But that Women's Evolution. Yeah. So that was the one. Yeah. So Naomi won the title at Women's Evolution when Io was the champion. And then after that, Io had another match at SummerSlam. Triple threat, her, Naomi, and Rhea. And Naomi won again. Yeah, so I don't like. It's not that long ago. Women's Evolution was in July. Jesus Christ, that's gone quick, isn't it? She lost the title in July. We're in September, bro. Like, come on, man. It's not even been a whole. It's been 3 months, bro. Like, we don't need the title back on her. We just don't. If Stephanie wins and they take the title from her after a month, it'll be stupid in my opinion. I would. The problem, honestly, what you said is true, but it's actually rubbish for both women. Like, even I don't want Io to win, but it's rubbish for both women. If Rhea wins in Perth against any of these women, it's actually rubbish for both of them because it's not far away. So both of them are going to have the title for a month. It actually makes Io look worse than Stephanie because that means Io's won the title, lost the title, won it back after 3 months, lost it after a month, and then she probably won't have another title shot. Whereas Stephanie can just lose the match in general. But yeah, we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. But the only issue I've got with Stephanie as well is they haven't used her on TV. You lot are in a wrestling bubble, so you're gonna say that what I'm saying is rubbish, isn't it? Most people don't know who Stephanie is, bro. Most people don't know who Stephanie is, and most people know who Stephanie is from Booker T and the Devil's Kiss. And not only that, they put her on NXT last week. This woman is about to go for a title. You could have put her on the main roster. You put her on NXT for Homecoming. She's only just left. Leave it for the legends. She only just left. I just feel like it's gonna fall flat when Stephanie wins. But they know Io, so there'll be a pop for her either way. But it's gonna fall flat when Stephanie wins. And once she wins, you're gonna have to give her quite a few matches. They can't be having Stephanie have one match every 2 months. It can't be that. Not to say there's no coming back from bad booking, but I'm convinced at this point, Marks. Yeah, like I'm saying, Stephanie wins the title. I'm talking about the next time you see her on Raw or SmackDown, she has to do a open challenge or something, and then she has to fight again the week. She can't just be off TV. No one knows her enough, but I would prefer Stephanie to win. So, and then yeah, that's okay. We're on to the last match. I'm guessing that the pay-per-view is going to last up until about 2 o'clock in the morning, maybe 2:45. I think 2:45 is probably going to be the sweet spot, but 11:30, 2:30, 2:30 will be 3 hours. Yeah. I don't want everyone in the chats while we're doing watching on screaming returns and that. Nobody cares about. John Cena versus Brock Lesnar. Listen, based on the booking alone, if this was heel John Cena still, this would make so much more sense because then Cena could just beat Brock Lesnar by cheating and it would be fine because it's like, okay, he beat Brock Lesnar because he cheated. We've got Super Cena back. This winds me up because Brock Lesnar really should be losing this match, but he's gonna lose this match. John Cena's gonna win. It's just gonna be another match like it was Cody versus John Cena, where they're gonna throw everything at each other, and Brock Lesnar's gonna start to get all annoyed when he gives John Cena 15 suplexes. Because trust me, guys, we're going back to Suplex City, bro. Trust, I know what WWE's like, bro. We're going back. That match is gonna start. They're gonna have a standoff, and he's gonna go straight back to Suplex City. Run it back. That's what he's gonna do. Then he's gonna drop him with like 5 F5s, and John Cena's still gonna get out of there. And then John Cena's gonna hit him with 3 AAs. The suit's gonna hit him with the avalanche super AA off the top rope. He's gonna AA him for a table. He's gonna do the AA where he does it, rolls him back up, and then does it again. So I'm guessing in this match, I'm predicting about 12 suplexes, about 4 5 F5s, about 3 AAs standard, and then 2 AAs, 1 for a table and 1 off a top rope. Yeah, and maybe an R-Truth interference on accident because they made him a clown again. So, but yeah, that's what I got. That's what I got for that match. John Cena wins. Listen, I'll let you know. Either way, it's stupid. But if John Cena loses with a couple of months, there's only a couple of months left till John Cena's finished, bro. And he's only got 2 pay-per-views left. Well, 3 technically. Well, 2 after this one. Got Survivor Series and Perth, and then Saturday Night Main Event. So yeah, until Gunter comes back and beats him up, because that's what's gonna happen. But let me know. Let me know. Let's go here. All right. So John Cena, we was at Springfield on was Springfield Raw. Hold on a minute. Am I correct in thinking John Cena doesn't have any? Well, John Cena don't have no Raw and SmackDowns left. Or they changed it since then. No, that was the 4th of August. It's changed since then. Okay, John Cena's final appearances. We've done. Okay, Wrestlepalooza, which is tomorrow. After that, John Cena's got 5 appearances left, and 2 of them are at pay-per-views, and one's his last match. And he has 2 Monday Night Raws. So he's got no SmackDowns left. So this go-home show tonight won't have John Cena on it. And then this is kind of diabolical, to be honest, bro. I can't lie, bro. This stinks, bro. So after he beats up Brock Lesnar, we won't see him again till the 11th of October for Crown Jewel, which means whoever he fights at Crown Jewel, which is going to be Brock Lesnar again. It's going to, bro, trust me, he's going to fight Brock Lesnar again at Crown Jewel, bro. Because we don't, after Wrestlepalooza, we don't see John Cena again till Crown Jewel, bro. So he's going to have a build to a match where he doesn't even, like, there's no build up again. So, yeah, that's, anyway, unless he changes the dates, but that's what he's got at the moment. And to be fair, he keeps putting Easter eggs up about how many dates are left. So after that, Crown Jewel, we got him at Boston in his hometown, Massachusetts, on Raw after Crown Jewel. But it's a month after Crown Jewel. So hear me out. Crown Jewel is the 11th of October. Boston, Massachusetts Raw is on the 10th of October, 10th of November. It's a month away. So on that Monday Night Raw, I'm guessing John Cena's not going to come out and just talk. He's going to throw an open challenge together. And yeah, there'll be a match there. No. Morris, we've already done Crown Jewel. That's what I said. I just gave you the dates. I just said 11th of October is Crown Jewel. 10th of November is Raw Boston, Massachusetts. There's a month between them. So he's at Crown Jewel. Then he's at Boston. Then 7 days after Boston, he's at Madison Square Garden for Raw again. That's because it's at Madison Square Garden. Then he's got Survivor Series, which he will be in that War Games match. I bet yeah, he's going to team up with all these. Bro, it's going to be so cheesy, bro. He's going to team up with Sami Zayn and them, man, bro. I can't. But yeah, 29th of November. And then the 13th of December is his retirement match. Saturday Night Main Event. It's dark still. Now, Morris, you're taking the piss out of me, bro. I just told you, bro. I just told you when the Perth show is, bro. I said, what? Bro, did you not? I just said the 11th of October, bro. Jeez, bro. Yeah, this is terrible. This is actually terrible booking because you either have him only have matches at the pay-per-views and his last match, which means he's after the Wrestlepalooza, he's got 3 matches left. Or he has matches at both Raws and 3 pay-per-views, bro. So, I wouldn't be surprised if he fights Brock Lesnar again, which takes away one of his matches. I wouldn't be, and obviously if it's in Perth, then Perth's gonna, they're gonna want a big match. AJ Styles maybe, because that should happen, and then. Yeah, I don't even want to talk about it, bro. No, I don't even want to talk about it, bro. Hang on. So they'll be in Australia and Saudi. What? When are they in Saudi? Am I tripping? When they're not in Saudi? The next, I don't think the next event in Saudi Arabia is Royal Rumble. I think, unless you know something I don't. Oh, and they've got to go thingy as well, don't they? Ain't they got that thingy show coming up, Hong Kong or something like that? I don't know when that's in. I think that's supposed to be in October too. Oh no, man. Morris, brother, come on, bro. Crown Jewel is Perth, bro. That's what it is. That's what it's called, bro. You're tripping, bro. I'm not explaining again, bro. Like, it's called Perth Crown Jewel, bro. But anyway, the next time I know is that they're in Saudi Arabia for Royal Rumble, which is next year, and then WWE in. Is it? I don't even want to. I swear it's Hong Kong. Is it Hong Kong? Oh, Tokyo. Okay. Bro, why did you have to put all of them? I hate when people do that, bro. Why did you just put all those messages separate, bro? Like Tokyo and Japan in the same place, bro. You could have just put Tokyo, Japan, Super Show. I hear it. Anyway, that's the end of the show, bro. Like, we've dragged it out. We've done an hour. John Cena, Brock Lesnar, shambles. I'm not allowing you, bro, because I can't cuss everyone else for spamming, and then you do the same thing, bro. I can't do that. If this was somebody else, you would have told them to calm down. But anyway, yeah. Honestly, I just said that 10 minutes ago, bro. That Gunter's gonna, bro. I swear to God. For me, whatever's left, bro, I'll just see it as AJ Styles, Gunter, and a War Games match, bro. That's what I have in my head. I have him fighting AJ in Australia, Survivor Series, the War Games match, Gunter his last match. But the only problem with Gunter being because the way, hear me out, the way Gunter can book this, even though he got battered the last time we saw him, the way you book this with Gunter is, I ended Goldberg's career and I'm ending your career, bro. And then he becomes a new legend killer, bro, because clearly Randy don't want to keep people in the head anymore. So I'm gonna go with that, bro. But it's all been fun talking and that, bro. But I'm about to get the hell out of here. Funny enough, I forgot that it was so early in the day, which is good for me because I got some work to do. But I don't know when I'll be back tomorrow. Oh yeah, I'll do tomorrow. I'll be back for the watch along tomorrow. Wait, let me double check something. I'll be doing Liverpool, Everton, Merseyside Derby watch along. That's 12:30 kickoff. So I'll be online at 12:20. I'll go live then. And I'm sure Enz will be doing the preview show just before that. And then I'm sure Enz will do the call-in show after, which I think there's going to be some changes to the call-in show. But honestly, how come you never called into the call-in show? I would have the same thing for Morris, but he's an Arsenal fan and Arsenal fans are sensitive. But how come you actually never call in? I always wondered that. But anyway, yeah, that's tomorrow, and then yeah. Oh yeah, shit. Wait there. Oh yeah, so I'm tripping. Tomorrow, Merseyside Derby, watch along. Then I'm gonna watch AEW and Real Madrid, and then I'm gonna do Wrestlepalooza, which means Sunday morning we'll do Wrestlepalooza. Actually, let's talk in the watch along because if Wrestlepalooza is bad, it won't require an aftermath, bro. And yeah, we'll move from there. But yeah, man, regular shit, bro. You know what I mean? Life of a content creator, I guess. Harder and harder each day to make wrestling content, bro. But such is life. You guys go enjoy the rest of your day. I'm just so looking forward to new stuff coming out in terms of gaming because then I can shift over them and then I can do Fortnite and GTA, blood. That's my shit, man. Especially if could do Fortnite for Halloween actually because they're doing Fortnite Nightmares. I'd love to do that still. Technically, I could have done 2K because I've got 2K. Well, it's on my son's Xbox, but so yeah. Big up Deontay, break up the Judgment Day. Damien Priest is out of the group ever since they've been lost. It died when Edge left. I mean, I completely disagree with you on it. I completely disagree with you that the Judgment Day died when Edge left. Even though I wasn't a massive fan of the Judgment Day with Edge and the Judgment Day without Edge, sadly, the Judgment Day without Edge was better, bro, because with Edge, they weren't doing anything, bro. He was just coming out of the ring. You had Rhea with the boy trim and Damien Priest, and they were standing on either side of him, and he was sitting on the throne, and he was talking about the mountain of omnipotence. And then Damien Priest had you don't remember that Damien Priest had magic powers? Do you like remember that? I bet man don't remember that, bro. I bet man don't remember. Do you like remember that Damien Priest had magic powers, bro? He had like this thing where he'd get angry in a match and his eyes would change. bro. He had magic powers, bro. This was a demon. Because I remember him fighting like AJ, I think it was. And then he went mad and then the lights went off and he just cut out. Like you just hit him and he'd be like, ah, his eyes would change. That was crazy, bro. I know a lot of people forgot that, bro. I never forgot that shit, bro. That shit was killing me, bro. I liked when Alexa had that. When Dark Alexa had that, when she was Playground Alexa, and then she just switched. Or Oscar had it as well, didn't it? Remember Super Oscar? When she just shit was dark, man. Shit was dark. Yeah, he got kicked out, and him and Finn had that cage match, innit? So yeah. Anyway, yeah, I don't know about that, man. There ain't no way I'm ever gonna agree that the Judgment Day was better with. It should have been better with Edge, but it didn't last long enough. But yeah, man, that Judgment Day was terrible, bro. Man, even when they revealed that it was Rhea Ripley, bro, and she had that see, all the fanboys weren't talking about Rhea when she had that trim. They weren't talking about Rhea back then. Now you got Drake talking about her. Judgment Day now isn't back. Yeah. I don't know about that, bro. Judgment Day's had their run, bro. Like they don't really do anything anymore. They just pose together after they win matches, but they don't really do anything together. Like it's broken down a little bit. I agree with the Damien part. When Damien was there, it was better because it seemed like they had some more direction. But yeah, obviously once they turned on Rhea, they turned on Damien. Is what it is, man. So, but I guess because it's going to be over soon anyway, because you can see Amaloff with like Dominic starting to side more with Al Americano, bro. So, I mean, that can't be a serious question. Where are the zombies, bro? It was a promotion for that movie in it with Batista in it, and Damien almost mashed up his leg in that match as well, innit? He injured him. Or was it the Miz? One of them, I think it was the Miz. One of them got their leg mashed up in that, bro. Dark. That was dark, bro. They tried something. I'm not mad at them trying something, but the fact that the whole promotion was for that zombie movie. The zombie movie is actually good though, but the whole promotion was for the zombie movie, and it's just like, come on, man, like this would have worked way back. And honestly, that's exactly what she looked like. That's exactly what she looked like when she took off that hoodie, bro. I remember it because she was in that weird stage where the hair wasn't growing properly and that. But by the time we got to like the SummerSlam where Dom and the turn on her, yeah, she looked good though. But no. I always question them. The man them who like Rhea's the hottest thing to them, and I question them, man, a little bit because I always feel like she's not ugly or anything like that. But I always feel like the man them that like Rhea as their, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Because if you're just one of them who like Rhea's, you think Rhea's face is pretty, I'm like, okay, but if you're the ones who like you like a lats and that, bro. You wanted to lat spread and that. That's crazy to me, bro. I don't know, man. Like it makes sense with Buddy because he's a big guy in it, bro. Like they just walk around gym buddies and that, bro. But yeah, I mean, his name's Buddy as well, so that can't be trusted. There's only room for one. You know what I mean? So. Yeah, she's better without it. I mean, tip for you guys: never say that to a woman unless it's your own woman, because yeah, I mean, women hate hearing that. But you're right, I agree. Although, yeah, when she does that, but then she does the backwards hat thing and that, and then starts to look like a skater, bro. And I'm not into that. But, like, unless you're Avril Lavigne, you get me. Anyway. Now there's a couple emo things that I'm saying. You have to be. Hey, go Comic Con, bruv. Change your mind, change your whole perception on it. But hey, salut.